Well, today we're looking at a product that may or may not work as advertised. So, as you notice to me, I've got my little very basic cheap airbrush setup, and it does me fine. I do have to come out to the shed. Any birds out there? No birds. I do have to come out to the shed to use it because it's very noisy. So I don't know if you've seen these on Facebook feeds. And it's a portable airbrush system, and these seem to range in price. The highest I've seen one is £79.99, and this one was 11 quid. I think it's 11.99, and that included postage, and it was from Wish. So delivery was actually pretty good. It got here within a week from China, which is mad. It takes longer than that to get a first class letter. Crippen, Pen, Crippen. I think it's Dr. Crippen. He's branched out. Portable airbrush system. So what I'll do is I'll get this out. We're just going to test it with some surface primer and some colours and see what happens. I don't hold out much hope for it, to be fair. So they all seem to be much of a muchness regarding the price. It may be that the 79 quid ones have better airbrushes with them. So this comes with just a little single action, very cheap airbrush. You get a cleaning kit, you get a charging lead, you get some spare nozzles, you get weirdly 2 spare nozzles but 1 spare pin. What do you call it? Pin? Pokey bit. You get a large feed bottle. You get a small feed hopper. And then the main part, which is this is supposedly a USB charged portable compressor. So I've charged it up fully, and you just switch it on and it kicks out air. I don't think the pressure is very good, and when you read the instructions, which I've lost already, there's not a lot of instructions with it, but it says this is designed for spraying water to rehydrate your skin. Yeah, all the advertising says it's designed for model makers to spray, and they show them spraying like Airfix kits and that. So what we're going to do is set it up. I've got half of a sphere that I printed out, and can't remember what was wrong with this one. Oh yeah, it was missing half the rivets because I'd merged the files incorrectly in Fusion. So I printed another one. There's another video for that. It may be out before this, maybe out after it. I'm not going to use that hopper, that can go away. I'm going to use this. So that just screws in there. That's interesting, that's an actual screw one. So you got just a nice hopper. And then that, we've seen ones with leads so you can use the airbrush separately, but that just screws on there. And then turn it on. You see it's blowing stuff about. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be splattery. Let's move back a bit. Ooh, you see? There we go. So I'm going to use some Vallejo surface primer as a first shot. Just give it a good old whack. Oh, it's gone claggy on the end. Hold on. No one wants a claggy end, do they? Right. I don't think this is going to need any thinning. I'm just going to do that. So let's see first on the board. Okay. It works. Did you see that? Doesn't seem overly huge coverage. But then I don't think it's got that much sort of pressure. Let's try it on this unit. Okay, that works a lot better than I thought. It is quite splattery by the look of it, but for priming, that's not bad. I mean, to be fair, it could be the pressure, it could be the brush is really cheap. Do you know what? That has impressed me more than I ever dreamed it would. So that's 11 quid for all of this. 11.99. That's sprayed really nicely. I wonder if you could attach a normal airbrush to it. We'll try that afterwards. Okay, let's clean it out and get some colour. Okay, so I've cleaned out that. Weirdly, pardon me, when you switch it on, the air comes out anyway, so this brush is pretty cheapy. What should we do? Do some olive green? We used that before, that tends to work quite well. Let's give him a shake. Put a few drops in, not going to use too much. And then obviously I'm not spraying on primered, I'm going to spray on the other half. So let's give that a go. That's run out already. Unfortunately the grey primer mixed with it still kicks out. So I'm going to try the other brush on it, but that was impressive. Okay, so yeah, it did go on. It was a little bit stiff because I've never had it off from that point before. It's usually the other part that digs in. So I've cleaned it all up, and it does seem to work. So if I turn it on, it does work very nicely. I'll put some surface primer in and we'll give it a go. So it's looking like for 11 quid, unless this breaks down next week. This is a really nice little tool for the model room, the indoor. Let's give it a go. Yeah, the pressure's really low on it, but might need charging it. So how long you get out of it. But so it does work. It does work. Really low pressure as you would expect. But yeah, for priming and base coating, for $11.99, that's a little star. So it's nice, quiet, clean. I'm impressed. So well done. Well done, whoever you are, Portable Air. Well done, Crippen, Dr. Crippen. You've done good, finally. Doesn't excuse all the horrible murders you did. Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with that. If I can find the link I bought it off of, I'll put it down below. But if not, if you just go on Wish or any of the Wish knockoff sites, they're all over the place. I like to say you'll see them on Facebook. But this is the cheapest of the cheap I could find, and it works a billion times better than I thought it would. I honestly didn't think it would do anything. For like cake decorating and stuff like that, it's going to be perfect. But for priming, I mean, that's primed. I mean, it's laid down a really nice block of colour, and it's primed absolutely perfectly. Wow, surprised. If you want to see more strange gadget reviews. Now that I've got a Wish account, hey, yeah, let me know. Please like and subscribe if you can. I'd say buy one of these, have a play with it. For art, I mean for kids, for art, for doing like stencils and that, oh, brilliant. The brush is cheap as can be, but do you need anything more for single colour? That's all I use mine for, and it's a lot quieter and cleaner than my big one, although I do love that. It's a brilliant machine. But yeah, thanks everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then, bye.